Hey, guess what? I am here in Atlanta with my friend Asia, and we are talking about orchid stories. And the reason why we're talking about orchid stories with Asia is because her orchid story is actually in Orchid Stories, the Orchid Stories volume number 1. Did you know there are going to be more volumes? So there's still time to put your orchid story in. But really, I'm here to ask Asia to share her story, and it's extremely touching. So take it away, Asia.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember when you asked me to submit a story, and I immediately went to my father, who passed away in 2009. And this memory I have of him in his bay window when he lived in England, in Surrey, Weybridge, for those of you who know that area. And, you know, my dad was this beautiful soul who was very left-brained. He was brilliant. He was an engineer, but he was also a painter. He loved to oil paint. His favorite place to go to in Normandy, he lived there for 5 years, was Giverny.
Me too.
And so he just, he had about 20 orchid plants in his bay window of his home. And without him knowing that I was watching him, I would watch him tend to these orchids. I could tell he was talking to them. It's just one of the memories. And you know, for those of you who've lost people, you know, like those memories are really special. And so I wanted to leave, you know, just share my dad with the world, because not everybody knew him. And I just knew that his energy would come through this story and through your artwork, which is so beautiful, and all the beauty that he appreciated. I wanted to share that with the world. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to do that, Rolinda. Thank you.
Honestly, I'm quite moved.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing that I've learned the most about orchid stories and about this process of connection and the power of telling your story, but it's also the power of legacy. And I feel so honored to be the curator and the guardian of these stories, of your story and of your dad's story.
Yeah.
And I continue to be amazed and touched as how people have been influenced by orchids. And I think it's really quite impressive that your dad was able to model this kind of love and care that you could see from a distance. He was caring and loving on you.
Yes.
But for you to be able to, as a child, to see him care and love for beyond just himself.
Yes. Well, and here's the thing. Those orchids took care of him.
It's true.
They were a really important counterpoint in his life of, you know, high pressure sales in a multinational corporation. And it was his time. He used the kitchen too. He was an artist in the kitchen. But it was his connection time to be nurtured by these incredible, you know, I think of them as beings, the consciousness they hold, the frequency they hold, they are healing, you know?
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, again, thank you, Asia.
You're so welcome. Thank you.